as fuck out here. See if I can get anybody to jump on here with me. I'm gonna go live on TikTok too. OPD set up. Ain't been on YouTube live in about a month. I don't even remember actually. I gotta send my TikTok out to some people. What's up, though? I want to see if I can get my dude on YouTube. I ain't talked to him in a long time to come on here. His whole channel is about smoke. What's up? I'm on YouTube and TikTok, so they finally let me start going live again on YouTube. I'm just sending this to a couple people real quick. What's up? How's everybody's weekend going? My bad, y'all. Hold on, I'm almost done. Where is this? What's What's up, coolest dude? Hold on, I'm over here by somebody just mowing her grass. So I can't hear me. What up, Cody? Much love, G. Valiant Thor, what's up, bruh? Jacob. I'm on YouTube too. It's actually the same amount of people. Well, it was over here, but I just started both of these up. What you say about to do some sculpting? What do you be sculpting, bro? Don't be trying to make no pickles. They said you was over there sculpting pickles and shit. That's crazy, bro. Cody, what's up though? I seen I had wrote you, but I didn't know if you seen it or wrote back, so I just did. I left it at that. You said you just made this account recently, your TikTok account or whatever. I got my dudes gonna be hopping on here in a little bit. I'm about to go to the crib. Just set up my probably on the porch. It's nice out here. What's the weather like where you guys are at? I'm about to have my dude hop on though. We're gonna go do like a thing like we did last night, but it's somebody else. Kind of like to go back and forth with questions and shit. What the fuck? That is a filter. Oh shit, that's up. Yeah, YouTube had me off for 7 days. So I couldn't do shit. Me, buddy. Knocking everything down with your tail, huh? Try to see this. Sweating and shit. It's hot out there. Raymond, what's up? Tyson. I ain't been on YouTube in forever, y'all. Appreciate the likes, though. Thank you. I need to start getting on here more often. I've been getting on YouTube TikTok like every day. Maybe a face, skulls, Buddha. Oh, you about to do that for real? Like, what do you mean? You got an actual sculpting thing? You sit there and it forms, and you use your hands to just create shit, like art. That is pretty cool though. How are you? I'm good. Welcome back. Yeah, I appreciate you. Oh yeah, the CS on there. Uh, yeah. Aren't you with what's his name? The Smoker channel. Y'all got what? I'm trying to remember what CS even stands for. Chief in Session. That's my dude. I feel bad I couldn't remember his name, but I ain't been on here in a long time. Yeah, I already know. I'm glad I said it before you commented it because I would have felt bad. It's just I ain't spoke to him in like months. You know what I'm saying? As soon as I seen the CS, I knew what y'all did. He got his own community he built up. He's straight. That's good. Is he still growing his channel? When I left, he had like 10,000 or something like that. I think. I figured he probably got more than that by now. Maybe. He started. He started to have more and more and more. I finally hit right about. I hit like 11 on YouTube or TikTok finally. Man, it's hot as shit. I need to get this iPhone screen put on my new phone. I'm scared I'm gonna break it. Like, shit, my girl's done it before on our kids' phone, so the smart thing to do would be to wait for her to come home for real. Because it's hard. It's actually harder than it sounds. Like you would think just making a whatever with the screen it ain't shit. No, you got there's a whole bunch of shit you gotta do. Anybody ever fuck with an iPhone screen on here? 800. Oh, he got 13.8 now. That's a lot on YouTube, bro. Like for real, when it comes to YouTube, it's the hardest one to gain any following. TikTok's easier, Facebook's easier, YouTube for him to have 13.8 is a lot. It took me like almost 2 years now to get 4,000 over there. Gunner Smokes, what up? I'm kind of back and forth between TikTok and YouTube. Really ain't nobody even on my TikTok right now, and that's crazy because I got less followers over here than I do over here. But it's like y'all are all interacting with me over here. Agent, what is it? Love and light, yup, for sure. You mean 330? You said 304. You meant to say 330? Yeah, you're from down. You're from Southern Ohio, right? That's why you said 740. Augusta, Georgia. Yeah, I'm from Northeast Ohio. I'm talking about above you though. What was you talking about? Yo, what up, cuz? What you doing, man? You probably the only one that's like engaging with me over here on TikTok. I'm on YouTube too, so I got both of my phones brought up. You gotta be consistent with your platforms, and I don't really do too many lives, but I have to start going live for on TikTok because I'm supposed to because I did that agent thing. Yeah, 330. It's all good, but yeah, that's where I live at. I'm in Warren, which is northeast Ohio. It's like right outside of like Youngstown area. I'm actually on the border of Pennsylvania, technically, like probably 40, 30 minutes that way. 4 months into, yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy, Hogs. I bet that shit feels crazy, don't it? 4 months. I'm on YouTube too. I'm going back and forth. Uh, you're from Steubenville? Yeah, that's cool. Remember we was talking about that. You was from there and you know people, and I was telling you that I knew these two twins that used to live up here that moved to Steubenville. I'm waiting on my dude because he's about to come on here and I'm about to do. We're gonna do like a back and forth thing like we've been doing. Same thing I did on TikTok last night. Only it's gonna be on a different person, and I might be able to. have it where y'all can hear it too on YouTube. Like if I take my earbud out, that is. Crystal, what's up? Yeah, man, Hogs, I already know. I'm starting to actually process that I'm home now, but because it's been like a while now. I'm coming up on like 21 months. But what's crazy is I remember feeling like for a long time I wasn't gonna make it out here. I don't know why, but I got that vibe. I kept feeling like I didn't have a lot of faith in myself for some reason. I don't know why. Gotta grab both of these. But I kept feeling like I was gonna like come home and come back because everyone else was coming home and going back, and I was on fucking parole in PRC, and it's designed to, it's not like purposefully designed for that exact reason, but you know what I'm saying. It can definitely happen where a motherfucker go right back. My bad, y'all. I need to do that for like not even a whole minute. But you know what I mean? It felt like, why is everyone coming back? And I still don't understand that, Hogs. Like, I used to think that's normal. I used to think, okay, if you catch a felony and you go to the penitentiary, you will be trapped in a cycle of going in and coming out, going in and coming out. And it has to be that way because why else is everyone else doing that? But no, it ain't like that. It's like people really are choosing that. Hey, damn it, I gotta answer this phone call, y'all. Hold on. If you can hear me, I'm getting a phone call. Hold on. I can stay on YouTube, but I gotta answer this phone call on my other phone, y'all. Hello? Fuck you want? Go on, get it. Scat, you hear me? No, I'm just kidding. Oh, are you telling them? You telling people at work our little secret? I heard what he said. I'm about to tell everybody on YouTube too, since nobody we know probably follows our YouTube. Hey, I got my TikTok live on pause, but it's all good. I'll probably come back and there'll be like nobody there. But it's all good, because I knew you'd be calling me any minute. How's work? Yeah, I bet you are. Love amazing self. Yeah, for sure. You gotta love yourself. If that's what you meant. Loyalty. Yeah. Udaments? Udo stance? Utmistance. Stop. I'm on YouTube. Stop, bruh. Chill, bruh. Nah, bruh. Chill. No, for real. I was trying to read what somebody said, a word that they spelled out. And then everybody on TikTok's probably like, oh, this dude ain't shit. I don't care, though. I should just go back and tell him I'm going to start a new live. Let me do that. Don't hang up. Which is crazy, because, hey, I gotta start a new live in a minute, y'all, if you can hear me. I'm on the phone. I gotta come back in a minute. I'll be back. I hate doing that, babe. I hate doing this. Alright, I ended the live. Hey, every time I start up a live session and end it, it adds some sense onto my shit, which is cool. I just find it funny. Like, right there, it said it added 2 cents. You know that? To our fucking creator reward. Imagine if we stayed on there for hours and hours and hours at a time. It probably would go up. It was supposed to do that. You're supposed to stay on there longer when you do the agency thing, but I haven't been doing it. I got 8 people on my YouTube right now, though. And I haven't been on here in like fucking months. a long time. I think she's taking a nap, babe. Let me see. Kai, Kylan. She must be napping because she ain't coming back down. No, she didn't go to poker. She stayed. Her sister did, though. Kimmy went, not her. She stayed with Dada. She wanted to stay with her daddy. Yeah, I brought up my YouTube on my Android phone, so the camera kind of sucks, but it's cool because I ain't been on here in a long time. Your same name on, yeah, bro, same name on TikTok. Anybody who wanted to know that, same exact name, spelled the same and everything. It's crazy because I actually started gaining a decent following over there. I'm grateful for that. I'm almost caught up to what Chiefin is over here. I got 11.6 thousand. Altogether, I got 30,000 though between all three platforms, which is pretty cool. I used to see you on my reels. For real? Oh, you mean on YouTube? Hell yeah, that's cool. Nucci. You're right. You're exact. Didn't I just say that, y'all? But they knew. Miss Nucci, Gunner Smokes. Yeah, I was on here constantly, right? And me and my fiance would use this as our as my main platform, and she would use Facebook, and we just said fuck TikTok. But as time went on, my TikTok randomly started taking off, and I'm like, maybe I'll start focusing. And I just abandoned my YouTube and I abandoned my Facebook, and I just put in like 2, 3 months straight of nothing but effort on TikTok, and I ended up getting it monetized, and I got 11.6 thousand. And then today I said, well, shit, I gotta go back and see what everybody's got going on over here. Thank you, thank you. You sub to me? Do you make content and shit? I'll respond or I'll do it too. But it don't let you do it in the middle of a live. Like right now, it says pin message, report, remove, channel activity, add moderator, put in timeout, and it doesn't give you the option to sub people. But I will sub you if you need it, because some people don't care about YouTube having subs. What is that, a painting, babe? What is that, a painting behind you? I appreciate you, though, Miss Nucci, for remembering me and shit. See, somebody just said, they go, you used to be in my shorts every day in my reels, but you disappeared. What happened? I bet everybody on YouTube thinks I just stopped making videos. I need to start bringing all my videos from over there over here. So it's like 100+ videos that I could actually just take from there and use it over here. I won't even have to make new videos because it technically is new videos on YouTube. You know what I mean? What is it? Are they letting y'all leave early or no? No? You guys still got what you got going on? You guys still got everything what was going on earlier? Or with the regular day, I'm saying? Max is about to try to jump up here on my lap with a coffee in my hand. Hold on, buddy. Come on. You can lay next to me, but not on me. Come on. Max is going to try to make his way up here. Come on. Come on. Little shithead. Lay down. Well, he just took over my YouTube. Max, yeah, he took over. Talk to him, bro. Don't take the spotlight and then don't say shit. He don't know he's on camera. Cause you know how like if we aim the camera at Max, he fucking stops what he's doing immediately. He don't realize that there's a camera right in front of him. Puppy, yeah. He I got 50 where I could go live. Hell yeah. Yeah, I got you. That's no problem. No, he was sitting in front of the camera, but then he just jumped down. But it's like he hopped up and he had his face all up in the screen. What I was saying is, like if we aim our camera at him, he immediately hides and stops what he's doing. So I thought it was funny that he didn't realize he was on camera. You know what I'm saying? And I forgot I could vape on YouTube. They don't care about that shit. If you do that on TikTok, they boot you immediately. You can't do that on TikTok. They will immediately take your. If you vape, like if you smoke cigarettes, you can smoke trees over here. You can hit some weed. It felt weird to even say that. That's why I said trees. You can smoke weed on YouTube, cigarettes, and vapes. They don't give a fuck. What's that number 3 with a crown next to it? Is that what you mean when you said subbed? Or you mean you subscribe to my channel, right? Is that what that means? Is somebody subscribed to your channel? Because some of these people in here weren't. Wait a minute. Gunner Smokes got a crown. Number 1. You got a crown. What does that mean? Yeah, I don't know, babe. I ain't never seen this. Like, people's names next to their names now, it has a crown with numbers. And it never used to do that. So it's like, some of the people in there do, and some of the people. Oh, top fan, it says at the top. Okay, cool. That means people who are engaging with your channel. That's what that means. It's the chat count who comments the most. Okay, it's pretty new. Yeah, that's a new thing they're doing. I was wondering, like, I was watching a couple people's live sessions, and I'm like, I couldn't understand why they had crowns next to their name. What's crazy is I got a subscription thing on TikTok now. It cost I think 1.99 or 2.99. But I got 2 subscribers over there. But that's cool. Just the fact that I even got it unlocked. You know that, babe? You knew that, right? You knew I had a subscription thing unlocked on TikTok, right? Hey, y'all, check this out. I'm going on to yeah, who's chatting most? Okay, that's cool. Welcome in. Y'all, I'm going on Get a Grip podcast. You guys ever heard of that or no? Some people have, some people haven't. The first 2 shows I got to do were I was ecstatic because they were prison channels. But this one's not just a prison channel. They do everything. It's like it's like a combination of whatever. People with addiction, homelessness, mental health, paranormal, prison, true crime, anything that you could think of, they talk about on the channel. Yeah, a lot of people have it. Yeah, hell yeah. Mm. Sam's calling me. Hold on. Let me text him and tell him I'm on the phone with you. You're good. On the phone. He wants to do a interview. He just called me. He wants to do like an interview about our life when we were young. Because he was talking to me about it. They on YouTube. Yeah, so it's called. They actually got a. I think they got a decent following on YouTube. I'm not sure, but on TikTok they got about 100 and something thousand followers. It's called Get a Grip. Just Get a Grip podcast. Yeah, Get a Grip. Yep, and it's an ex-CO from where I'm in Ohio, and he's a CO who became a podcast guy, and then there's another person who does it with him. But they pump content out like they post daily, hour, 2 hour long interviews. But you have to travel to Columbus where they're at to be on their show, and I'm doing that here soon. We have an actual date set up, time, everything next week. Yeah, no doubt. Check them out. They got some cool shit on there. Mm. So how's work going? What do you got going on? Tired? Yeah, me too. feel like I'm gonna sleep like a baby in a minute. I'm hot right now, I'm sweating and shit. My hair keeps feeling like it's wet. I don't know, I'm just hot. I heard that too, Max. We both just heard something on the porch. No, listen, I heard it too. Something there. Good boy. He's so loyal. He don't give a fuck what's going on. He don't give a fuck who he thinks it is. He, we both heard the noise. So I got up, like he heard it, I heard it. He looked at the door, then he looked at me to like for my validation, like he wanted to see what how I felt about what I heard. And he was like, he looked at the door, he looked at me like this, and then I got up, went over there and unlocked it. He jumped right up from where he was at, followed me with his tail down, and he was like, just looking like this, like he was waiting to see if somebody was outside fucking with us. Didn't know you were on YouTube. Michael Hogan, what's up, man? What do you mean? So you saw me on some? What do you mean? You just didn't know I was on YouTube? What's up, man? Yeah, Ricky, it's been a while. I remember you. Richie. I was gonna say I thought your name was Richie, but it looked like Ricky. I remembered the exclusive bullies part, but right now my text is real tiny for some reason. Brian. Oh hell no. Here we go. Damn, I thought. Yeah, that's a good one. Hey, finally got the trolls in here. Oh, it's Hogs. Okay, cool. What's up, bro? Oh yeah, now I understand why they call you Hogs. I never knew that. I always thought maybe your last name was Hogs. But no, I'm on the phone with my girl, and that's why I was saying when I went like this. See, and I do that because sometimes the mic gets corrupted. So like, if I'm on a chat and then she calls, if I answer it and then jump back on, most of the time people will go, I can't hear you, and it fucks with the mic. So I always do like a hand signal, but I'm on the phone with her and I'm on my Android on YouTube. I was gonna jump back on there after I get off the phone. But she's on her break and shit at work. I need to get a better job. Fuck this job I got right now. They got this trash ass pay. Like I need a better job for real. Yo, I met Chief and oh yeah, you met him in Virginia. I think he told me about you for real. Yeah, I bet. Yeah, TCI. Hell yeah. No, I'm talking to. Remember I told you there was a CO who was at Trumbull, but he was in DRC for years and years. He's on my YouTube too. We're just talking back and forth. What type you got now, bro? Gig. Oh, the gig. Oh, you talking about? Well, technically, I got a gig actually coming up. If like in the sense of the word, actually, that Get It Grip podcast. I'm about to go on there, and like next week, I got a day and everything set up, and um, that's gonna be like my third actual thing I've done since I've been a content creator. The first two were just prison shows, and then this one is like an all-around universal podcast. They talk about everything. And I was gonna do something with him that's in here with Hogs about. He said he knows somebody who also does their own podcast. I'm willing to do any of that shit if it's gonna help grow our channel. What are you doing? Just sitting in the car smoking? Hey, it feels weird to be able to be on live and smoke a cigarette because on TikTok they would already booted my ass already. I had a couple people come in here fucking with me already. Not really, but they just dropped one comment. You gotta have trolls once in a while on here. They said, one of them said, I love men, Brian Merkshoff, letting us know that. And the other one said, I thought Aaron Carter was dead. And that's it. Yeah, I know. I was gonna say that about down at the go get some breakfast. Hey, you know where I've been getting food is at that fucking taco place that's actually across the street from the police station. But I've been going there. It's like a little. It's like a little sod building. You ever seen it? Trolls make that chat lit. Hell yeah. But you know what I'm talking about, Hogs? It's like a it's just a building. That's not a mobile building, is it? That's an actual building, right? Where we go? What's that place called? All right, you don't remember what it's called? Bushwick. It's called Bushwick Tacos. My daughter has worked there before. Oh, okay. Now he knows what I'm talking about because his daughter worked there. Hey, dropped in to say good to see you. Got a jet. Yeah, yeah, for sure. I appreciate you coming here. Hope to see you on YouTube. Yeah, for sure. I'm gonna remember that Nucci 26. So whatever your following is, it'll go up by one because I'll go do that after this. Uh, and a lot of times I tell people to drop a comment just so that I know exactly to remember their name. Anything, even an emoji, for the fact that it'll notify you. Because you can't click somebody's name on YouTube and just subscribe to them. I don't know why they have it set up like that. The best way to do that, to leave a paper trail, yes, I heard you, is to drop a comment on one of the videos so that when the live ends, you know where their name's at. Yeah, what did you want me to do though? Do the dishes and clean up the living room. I got you. I already mowed the grass today. I went outside and mowed the grass, and I bought the neighbor a pack of fucking cigarettes because he mowed like half of it. Like I went out. Remember when we went out there and he was mowing the grass? So I fucking went down and bought him some smoke. You know that, babe? Why was you looking like that? Confused like this, or like looking at the screen? Did you hear what I said though? Oh, I said that when the neighbor mowed majority of the left side of the yard, went out there and seen him doing it. I finished the yard and then I bought him a pack of cigarettes for doing that. I didn't think you heard me. Oh, for real? Damn. No, he just said somebody, an old head, somebody got beat up and ended up dying on the damn surgery table. Holy fucking shit. Hey, he had a 156 number. That's like when DRC first started. You know how mine was 701-802? That's in the 700,000s range, right? He had a 10 something number. So think about that. What was it, Hogs? 19, was it like, when did the reformatory close? 1989? Was it right? And then 1990 they opened up Lorraine or some shit. I think the year they closed the old Mansfield Reformatory is when they took away the R. It used to be a letter R before every number, and they changed it so that now it went from one all the way up. So does that mean somebody's number was 100 all? You know what I'm saying? It had to be, right? Somebody's number just started out as a one. How did they do that? Two younger people robbed him. He went to get his commissary back. Damn. Hey, that sounds deep. So did you hear that through the grapevine? It probably wasn't on the news or nothing, right? That's crazy. Somebody got robbed and went to get their shit back, like the commissary, and they jumped them and they ended up dying at Trumbull. I want to start doing more videos on Trumbull. I just downloaded this thing, Hobes. I don't know if you would ever want to, like, actually do a fucking real, like, actual interview, but if you do, there's this, because obviously that's totally up to you, like, if you want a lot of people seeing it and talking and knowing it's you and shit, but there's it's called Riverview, and I just found this new app, and I'm about to test it out right now When I hang up with her, probably right now in a second, I got a dude coming on to do an interview. And if the app actually works like it's supposed to, it's a podcast. I'm gonna start telling people to use that so that we can both be on screen talking, and then it downloads it for you. Cause Zoom is way too fucking outdated, dude. Yeah, you'll do it. I'll do. Cause I know we've done like live sessions and shit, but that's different. It's legit. 14 West. Yeah, I figured if you know, it's gotta be. It's all right, bro. Yeah, yeah, you're good. That's cool. All actually, you don't gotta download it actually, because that's what's so cool about this app. If you send somebody the link, it literally said that if I send someone a link and they click it, it'll immediately bring them into my studio. What it's called. But I'm sure you still want to look into it and know what it is you're clicking and shit. So just tell them it's called Riverview, and then they'll be able to figure out like they could Google it and do research on it. I know I don't just click anything either. I fucking want to know what it is I'm clicking and shit. Babe, you going back in now? I'm sorry, I wasn't. I know I wasn't trying to be rude, but we're always saying how we don't never go live, and then I go live on both my phones, and it's like every time is when you go on break. So it just so. No, I've been doing it. It ain't like I'm choosing. I've been doing it for probably 30 minutes before you call. I don't know when the hell you're gonna go on break sometimes on Fridays. So you said that it seems like they're not leaving early as of right now. I didn't know. Usually on Fridays it seems like it ends early. Sometimes it has in the past, but it ain't overtime either. Tomorrow is. Mm. When's the next job fair up there? Cause I'm trying to get a better job. I don't mind my job though. Like I actually like my job, but the pay sucks. But I don't mind it. Like being there and doing the work and being around the people, it's sweet. But that pay ain't fucking cutting it. Right. Wait, hold on. You definitely know. Oh shit. I got you. No, I don't blame you, bro. You'd be disappointed. Oh, for real? Like somebody I know, or one of the guys. Okay, babe, you going in? Love you too. Wait, you waiting on the thing? You been taking it up? Does it go up or down? But I'm saying, do you gotta go up or down? No, I'm not. I don't talk to them no more with the flying high comment. Okay, I love you, babe. Call me in a little bit, alright? I'll talk to you in a little bit. Love you, bye. No, I don't talk to them no more. Matter of fact, so check this out. I don't want to be like, I don't try not to like slander people and shit if it don't need to be for no reason. But what I will say is that program, they might mean well, but the guy that they assigned for me, he had different ulterior motives. Like the flying high people were cool, right? I ain't got nothing to say bad about them. They have you come in, they talk to you about this and that, and they're pretty cool people. But when I left, the flying high sent that guy to come to the prison, and I was kind of like not very excited about that because I told them, hey, tell him to meet me at where I gotta go get my medicine. My parole officer's meeting me there. Why can't he just also meet me at my Suboxone doctor? Go see her. Him and her will sit there. That way I could walk out the gates, be with my family for like 20 minutes, and then go there, right? But he actually was standing there with my family when I got out, and I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna let that bother me. He's trying to help me. But then as time went on, he would say things that he wouldn't follow up with. Not just once or twice, about four times. He would say he was coming to pick me up for a meeting, And then he'd write me back and say, sorry, I can't make it. I'm like, all right, no big deal. Second time, hey, I got a grant coming in from Flying High. I'm gonna take you to Walmart and we're gonna buy a bunch of hygiene. I'm gonna buy you a new prepaid cell phone. I'm like, hell yeah. About an hour later, hey, sorry, we'll do it another time. But then another time came and he said, man, I'm still waiting on that thing. I still ain't got it. And I'm like, okay. And then on the fourth time, it was something I can't remember, stupid, like I needed a ride somewhere and I didn't have a car. And in the Flying High paperwork, it literally said you can ask your sponsor for rides places, and they're supposed to give it to you. And I had like an appointment, like a dot, like some sort of it was Coleman. It was Coleman downtown. I needed to go to Coleman and do a fucking mental health thing. I hit him up and said, hey, I don't really want to bother you, but I know this is what I'm supposed to be asking. Can you take me to Coleman? And he was like, I'm out of town right now. So 4 times. I never seen him again, bro. I seen him one time coming out the gate. The 4 interactions, he blew me off. And then I'm sitting there wondering, like, well, what's the point of them giving you a Flying High person? Do they want to just look good, like they're doing what they're supposed to do, but they're really not? And did he ever get that money that he was supposed to take me to Walmart, and did he ever actually get it? You see what I'm saying? So I don't know. Yeah, okay, yeah, I bet. Look into Citizen Circle. I did actually hear about that. I looked into it. I heard about it, and I was gonna look into. Multiple people actually told me to look into that, but now at this point, I don't feel like I'm really too worried about like trying to, to look into stuff like that. But I would definitely would. Mm. I'm more about now probably promoting that for other people. Like I would probably promote Citizen Circle on like a video for other convicts that are coming home. People who just did their bid or about to come home. That's what that would be more for now. I don't need anything like that now. Alright, let me see what's up with my dude, y'all. He called me. He wants to do this. And I'll stay on live, but I gotta go on the other one too. Hello? I was on the phone, she was on break. I'm on I'm on YouTube live on my Android, and then I was gonna use this phone to do whatever we were about to do, and then they could kind of just, if they stay on there, they'd be listening to it. So what did you want to try that? Yeah, yeah. No, you ain't echoing or nothing. So let me download that and send you a link. Now I was just explaining that to someone else. It said you don't have to have it on your phone. You know that, right? That's cool though. That's cool. It's probably better that way. And then they should give us like an easy way to just save the interview right from the beginning. It seemed like it was working. Hello from Puerto Rico. What's up, Gene? Gene, Joan, Ramona. Who was your PO? I had Marissa Frazier. That's who I had. It's about having a network. Yeah, it is for sure. You know who I'm talking about? Marissa? She was my, hey, I ain't gonna lie, she was kind of a little baddie. I used to joke around and tell my girl all the time, I'll be like, man, my PO's fucking hot. I ain't tell her that though. I ended up seeing her a couple times when I worked at MacBid. She came in there and said, oh, I remember you. Hey, she must see so many fucking people that she said, where do I know you from? She literally looked at me and said, where do I know you from? And I've been off parole for like, it was probably like a year and 3 months. So in that time period, she already forgot who the fuck I was. But she knew that she knew me. You know, I got fucking face tattoos and shit. In her mind, she was probably thinking, there's gotta be somebody I know from my job. Hey, alright, Sam, my bad. I was talking to the chat. Yeah, I got this downloaded. I'm gonna send you. Yeah, it'll pop up as a text. I need a different job. Well, I was just talking about that. I don't mind my job, but my pay sucks, bro. So let me know if you find something that's like hired in with a better pay because I'm hired through a temp agency with trash pay. So it's like all backwards. Like guest. You gotta give permission to your microphone and your camera. Okay, add people, guest, messages. I wish. All right, see the people on here ain't gonna be able to hear you though. You know what I mean? Shit. What you think about Sunday? You want to do a Sunday? Cause I know I ain't gonna have shit going on that. No, not you, Sam. Cause I got shit going on tomorrow with my family, but Sunday I'll probably do that. Well, I mean I will do that if you want. Did you just get a text? Is it like letting you click it? Cause last night it was doing some weird shit to do. I'm retired. It's so fucking awesome though. Hey, I got someone who worked in DRC for years. How many years was it? 20 something, right? Like 23 years or something, Hogs? Or it wasn't like 30, was it? Because I say that I know that's the average retire time, but I can't remember how long you said it was. That was a CO though at Trumbull when I was there, but they worked in like every different aspect of the prison system, pretty much. They see found my channel. It's kind of funny how I started interacting with you too, man. I was nervous as fuck, still not knowing who it was. They came in my live and said, "Come meet me at this coffee shop and shit," and I didn't know what the hell was going on, like who it was and why they were asking me to come here. You know, I'm always like on guard about shit. I'm like, so what's it saying? There you go. All right, now hit your camera. Okay, cool. And then you could do your green screen and shit if you want. Let me see. Yeah, we got to. I think we got to. All right, now let me see. Yeah, I can't hear you though, bro. I see you. Say something. No, you got. It might be because we were on the phone. It might have corrupted it. Back out and come back in. I was just telling them it does that shit. Did you give it permission to your mic and your camera? Huh. I got weird. I got it turned all the way up too. No, I see you, bro. Hey, back out and come back. All right. Let's see. My bad, y'all. I'm trying to do something real quick. Damn. Started in '04, huh? Holy shit. What is that? 2004, 11. Is that 19? Hold on. 4 to 2015 would be 11 years. 21. 21 years. My bad. I ain't never was really good at like fucking math and shit, bro. I dropped. Remember, I was 2 years behind in school too. I was 17 in the ninth grade. I didn't pay no attention in school. Everything I know is just shit I've learned over the years. But when it comes to like actual math and shit, bro, I keep a calculator. I just had to do that with my fingers to figure out that math. But is it 21, right? Okay, going back to 89. So you had another state job. Is that how you got into the CO shit? Okay, yeah. So you technically have them hours or that much time put into it. I got you. And it probably is logged in as that, huh? Hold on, Sam, if you're in here. Why do these photos come up like this in the first? Hey, I see you, bro, but I don't know why I can't hear you. Now look, undo your ear. Try without your AirPods. You got them in, but I'm saying, okay, fuck. We might have. Hey, it could be because we were on the phone. Like we started on the phone, and then we went straight in. I'm gonna have to start a whole new one. Hold on. End session for all. And create. Hey, I'm saying because we started out on the phone, I wonder if that has something to do with why it corrupted the mic. I was just telling them it be doing shit like that. Huh? Hey, stay in here. Please keep staying in here. I like it when the trolls are in here. I like having haters. What'd you say? Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to. I don't know. Yeah, I could see you, but I couldn't hear you. I'm gonna try it again. I'm gonna send you a new link. All right. Directly connecting you to the studio. All right. Add. Join. No, host will be here soon. What the fuck? Wait a minute. Hey, this shit is funny from last night. I was on here with that dude from Columbus, and we did like an interview. The KF dude, Hogs. We was in Lancaster together. His name's Buck. They call him Buck Buck. And you know, I don't know if you know that because we're up north, but you know, down south in southern joints, all them KF dudes, and they always go Buck Buck skirt. I don't know why. That's just their thing. That's like their little like battle cry, and they'll just go Buck Buck skirt. But they put like a lot of emphasis into it or whatever, right? Exaggeration. But so they call him Buck Buck, and we was doing a fucking interview last night. I want to really get good at doing these interviews though, not just like kicking it on camera. I want to Google or watch a YouTube like on the correct ways to interview somebody. All right, let me see. Who's an old hill? Who's that dude? Hey, see, I keep hearing that too, man. Andy. Andy was a good ass dude. That was a solid ass dude. Crazy guy. Is that my dude Sam? Come fucking with me. Is that you on YouTube? No, that ain't you. All right. Somebody named Samuel came on and said crazy guy, and I thought it was you, but no. No, Andy Lang. I kept hearing that he got killed. But then someone else, another CO, told me he heard that he OD'd. So I don't know. And when I fucking Googled him, it just shows his obituary. But I have no fucking idea exactly what happened. Someone told me that he went back to Cincinnati to go see his family and his mom. And when he was up there seeing his mom, somebody he had problems with came and shot him and his brother or something, but he lived. You know, he had a whole case about him and his brother shot each other a long time ago. It was all in the news. He showed me the bullet hole. He told me he did it, and he's like, everybody knows it ain't no secret. They fucking caught a whole case shooting each other. But he was a C Dub. Yeah, he was a Cincinnati Wild Boy. You seen him in Rec a lot. Yeah, he. Yeah, you're right. Pew pew. I keep forgetting because YouTube's actually pretty cool about shit, but you still should stay in the habit of what to and not to say. Um, I bet Andy was in Rec a lot, dude. That's all he did was stay in the mix of shit. He told me that STG said they had a meeting about him the day before he got off the bus, and I fucking believe it. Like, uh, to watch him saying like this dude's gonna be here on some bullshit, probably. I could definitely see that being like a thing with him. He was just a wild character for real. Hey, but he was a solid ass dude right there. I had him as a bunkie. Every time he would, I look, I'm in the hole. Every time he would get out, he would go do something and come right back to like. He liked to fight chomos and shit a lot. That was his thing. He would go try to find a chomo to pick on. As soon as he would find out what they had, like their S charges, it was a wrap. It was slow for him right after that. Yeah, he was a solid dude. He was. Yeah, he was, bro. He was fucking crazy. That was my bunkie, dude. He ain't never like acted like that with me, but he had a he just had a side to him. I knew how to like handle him as a bunkie, but I could imagine he had people that probably didn't want to live with him because of how he acted. He was alright though. He was a good dude. Hold on, Sam. Let me get my earbud going. No, I can't hear you. My bad. That's why this whole time I've been trying to get my earbud to work. Say something, Sam. Now say something. Now I can hear you. That whole time I couldn't hear you. I thought you were just being quiet. All right. I ain't. I got two people on my YouTube, so that's probably not gonna matter. But I got you over here. Let me add my background, and then we're gonna hit record, which is gonna save as a. Now I'm not gonna use a prison background for this one. I'm gonna try to use. That ain't. That's the only one that the size fits, and I don't like it. It says PVTV. It's corny. Yeah, that's corny. That's prison shit. It's dope, but it just we're gonna talk about like our childhood, huh? Or just life in general. So yeah, that's cool. I'm just trying. I'll probably leave. You know what? I might use one of the ones they got like you did. That's pretty cool. Um, hey, look at Colton Elser. That's Colton Elser's MMA fight that's coming up soon. Rodney Perez, what up? Yeah, you don't know who he is. He's my dude who's an MMA fighter. He's from Leavittsburg. He's putting on for Warren. His record's 4-3. Hey, he's a scrappy little fucker though. He's a little ass dude, bro, but he got hands. His dad made him that way growing up because he was kind of a little too rough on him, and then he ended up growing up and wanting to like beat his ass, bro. Shit's crazy. Yeah, he grew up and decided he wanted to just do whatever he could to be aggressive. What do you think about that? Hey, these green screens effects are fucking crazy. I might as well just leave mine the way it is. Brick wall. Yeah, it's straight until you see the pillows, bro. Like, why are there pillows sitting like that? Um, I'm at my family's home. Like, each of these looks different. Look, I like to read books. No, I'm just using. You got the best one. Is this the one you use? This one's alright too. If I needed to use one, that's the one I'd pick. I'm keeping mine real. Yeah, I'm just keeping mine like this. Boom. Official. Are you sure? Did it say that? Back in the flow. You need something, man. You are it, homie. I appreciate you, man. Rodney, you we've been on here before or no? You just find my channel. Hey, Hogs, I don't know if you're still in here, but you can stay, obviously, all y'all, but it sucks because you won't hear, you'll hear me, you'll just hear my end, unless you, I'm doing an interview on Riverside with dude, and he's my dude, but what did you say, Sam? You said you can send a link so people can, they would have to know it. I guess that ain't gonna make sense. You know what? Go ahead. I was saying I could use my Bluetooth speakers so that they'll hear you as long as you hear me clear. Yeah, it might. You're right. That's probably gonna echo. Yeah, yeah. You're right. So if they're on my YouTube, they'll just hear me. That's cool. For sure. For sure. For sure. Hey, I appreciate y'all. Anybody on YouTube that was over here kicking it with me, and I'm about to start this interview now with my homies since I've known since we were young. All right, so let me get this. What I needed here. But I'll come back to YouTube though. I'm not like done with the shit. It's just for now. And I knocked over my whole shit. Like a Borderlands 3 character, bro. You can I can hear you. Okay, cool. I'll play Fortnite. Yeah, that's cool, bro. That's cool. I can just hear your end. Right, I know. That's what I was saying. It's not work. Hey, but I appreciate you, Rodney, for finding us. All right, cool. Love your hair color. I appreciate you. Hey, it was hard to get to this hair color. I ain't gonna lie. I kept fucking it up. All right, Sam, you ready? I'm about to tell. They know what I'm doing now. I can't see myself in the thing. You can see me right with the light on because my shit. It looks blurry to me, but do you see it as clear? Me too. I got a ring camera too. That's good though. You got that. I'm using it. That's what I'm saying. Do I look normal? Cause I can't see the box I'm looking at. It's like blurry because the lights in my eyes. You see me as normal? All right, ready? I'm gonna hit this button. Sam, what up? It's crazy to have you on here, man. I'm gonna let everybody know how we known each other since we was young. Yeah, 10, 11. Uh, Go ahead and introduce yourself, and then we're going. Hmm. At recess? You talking about at recess? Or oh, in our actual football team? You mean I thought you meant like okay? Yeah, that is right. Oh, Miss Campbell, bro, we're gonna have to end up going into that. How I ended up getting expelled that year and shit. That's crazy. Mm. She passed away. I didn't know. I remember her son used to come visit her in our class, and like no disrespect to her, I'm not even. I wasn't trying to be like on that, but I was just simply having a memory of that day, and that's why I got expelled that year, bro. I might as well just say it. Like she was mad that I didn't get my assignment planner signed, and she said you never get your assignment planner signed, and she launched it and it slid and it like hit my desk and like bounced off of me and I threw it back and the whole class was like, oh, I couldn't believe that. So when I ran out of there, I straight to Miss Library's class. I was like, hey, this is what happened, and the whole time she was just power walking trying to get there so she could tell her side, but I took off running. As soon as I got around the corner, boom, I was like, I gotta get there so I could tell her first. Yeah, dude, they ended up expelling me for that. But they gave her a like 7 day unpaid thing off of school. Like she, yeah, bro, yeah, you guys had a substitute. You don't remember all that? They told my mom they did anyway. I don't know. No, not at all. Yeah, I know. Yeah, it was years ago. Yup, I remember that too, man. You're very accurate with that. Hmm. Yeah, yeah, you're right. We were so little when we thought that shit was gonna be so cool. And we got the idea from like the front logos on CDs that say parental advisory. That's nuts, bro. Yeah, on our little Walkmans and shit. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. One of them. I think it was he with like No Limit Records? No. Yeah, Master P, Ghetto Dope, and all that. Yeah, that's crazy that you remember that. Cause I remember we had a lot of burnt CDs, and I also had mixtapes where I'd be like, I don't like the whole CD, so I'd find somebody who had like a computer, and I would just take like just like 4 songs from the album. See, a lot of people nowadays don't know what we're talking about. Like if I told my kids this, they'd laugh. I have a few of my friends that was on my YouTube, which I got going by the way, sitting on my other phone on my Android, and like I know my a couple people over there that I know would end up knowing what we were talking about. But this generation nowadays is so used to having digital music and shit. We had like what do they call it? Physical copy entertainment, just like VHS tapes and shit, bro. By the way, I got a football tape, and you're on it, and I'm on it. My first touchdown and everything. I have a whole season on VHS tape. I just don't know where the hell we would watch it. You know what I'm saying? Damn, they're like obsolete too. Like no one needs it, but they're gonna charge you a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, you're talking about Uncle Rich and Misty, yeah, and then Brittany, Little Richie, Ty Ty, and they had their whole living room full of VHS tapes. Like I'm not exaggerating, y'all. They had right or probably about 1,000 in their room. And if you know, a VHS tapes a little got a little size to it, so the whole outer of edges of their room was like 900 or something of them, and they had them in places they didn't even know where to put them. Like, we got this cupboard. They ran out of room, so they started putting them in their bedroom. Like, it was insane, dude. And I would go there, and we would borrow like two at a time, and they would let us borrow two at a time. But it got to the point where they done watched all our movies, and now we're just borrowing movies from them. It's crazy, dude. Hmm. Right now, 76B Trumbull Court. Oh, I shouldn't drop the address. My bad, dude. But no, he really lives there. Bro, we gotta set that up, man. Let me come through for a minute and kick it. Fuck yeah, we are. That's cool. Mm, that is crazy. Did you know what happened in that building, right? On the opposite side? Rest in peace. Yeah, bro. Rest in peace to him. I don't want to go too far down that rabbit hole, but we'll say R.I.P. Everett Greathouse, and that's what that sign is for. At that park behind his house is Rob Brazen. What they did. Yeah, we don't gotta go too far down that, but you guys could just know something happened. That something else happened. There was a chain reaction that he chose to take some people up out of here, and then himself along the way. And he just so happened to do it in the same apartment I lived in on the opposite side of the wall, because these duplex and the little projects that we lived in had a wall in between it, but you had an A side and a B side. So you know what I mean. You would share the number apartment, but then you had the A or the B, and he did that on B, but I lived on A. And when I heard about that, I'm like, damn, just to think where I slept for years as a little kid in that room on the opposite side of the wall, this type of shit was going on. Bro, my mom used to argue. Go ahead, go ahead. Yeah, it happened like 10 years later, but it's still the same apartment. You know, they used to have parties, and I would hear them doing doing whatever they were doing, and I would tell my mom like I can't sleep. And she came in one night, bro, and she was pissed and made me go sleep in the living room on the couch because they were all partying and they was over there doing the nasty and shit, bro. They was over there fucking. I'll never forget that, bro. Bro, literally, like, and they was drinking too. So I guess in their mind they might not have realized it, but yeah, my bad. Parental advisory, y'all, for this one. Like, we're like old friends going back to some shit. So TikTok is for entertainment purposes only. Any platform hearing this, if you're a kid, just keep scrolling because I don't know what the fuck we're gonna go into on this one. But so look, let's talk. So yeah, we met when we were young. We used to kick it, play video games. We were on the same football team. Went to school together. We've been that was years and years ago. I'm 35, going on 36. How old are you? Are you a year younger than me or something? Are you 35? I couldn't remember. I didn't remember. Mo- Yep, you're right, March. That's cool that you remember that, bro. See, that's an example right there. Like, you don't remember shit like that about somebody unless you really was like around them a lot or like involved in their life a lot. You know what I'm saying? That's pretty cool that you do. We was. I remember your mom and dad for sure. We played Nintendo 64. I remember your dad's name's David and your little brother's name's David, right? I don't think that matters to say this stuff, right? I'm saying I remember your mom and dad's name. You said I'm cutting out. That's crazy, bro. Oh, okay, cool. What are they? They doing good? Your parents doing good? Is it cutting out? Damn, I wonder why. Linda, yeah, that's cool. What about your brother? But they might have thought he was somebody else. How long did he live there for? That's what I was about to say. Because that happened, yeah. No, I was just saying that happened where my dad said, "Hey, I need you to help me do this side job." I'm like, "All right." We go there, and someone hit him up with a SKS, and there were rounds that we had to dig out the wall in Youngstown. But the point of it was they thought a different family lived there. So here they come do this. It's a whole new family living there, bro. So, you know what I'm saying? Shit like that definitely happens. What the fuck? Right. Like, hell no. Yeah. I know he's in the back hiding. Right. What the fuck? No. Right. That's good that they're all doing good, man. I know you just found out about my pops with Ralphie, with what happened to him. Rest in peace to him. I loved him a lot, man. I missed him, and I was pissed that I didn't get to see him because this shit happened. I know he wanted to coach so bad, but he couldn't because he never had enough time. But he did the announcement shit a couple times. You remember that? I thought your dad did too. Yup, yup. That's crazy. You remember that? We went to the Nelly show, Eastwood Mall, Cafaro Field, 2001. They said, "Sorry, we can't do it because it rained, and I gotta redo it." And we were all pissed. They said you could have your money back, or you could keep your tickets and come to the next show. And what was it? How long do you think it was that we waited? Like 30 days, 50 days? I can't remember. Really? What the fuck? Oh yeah, we went. I wasn't getting my money back. I'm like, you motherfuckers owe me, because they gave. I remember my mom was saying like, we could go, or we don't, or you could go when they allow you, or we could get paid again or something. But I remember getting a South Pole outfit. I'll never forget that outfit, bro. It was baby blue, it was white and baby blue, and I had like white shorts with a white and baby blue shirt that buttoned up, and I wore a wife beater under it, and I thought I was so cool. Remember that? Mm-hmm. You bought it at the concert? Oh my god! And they wouldn't let you wear it. Was it all black? Was it black with writing on it and shit? I can't remember what color it was. Then that ain't what I'm thinking of. That means I'm thinking of a whole different one. Hmm. Nah, but that's crazy. Man, what's up? Somebody over here said they had the same outfit, but different. Go ahead, my bad. Go ahead. Me too, bro. That was literally my first concert too. I ain't never went to no damn concert before that. We were 11 years old, bro. I thought my mom was gonna make us go with her. Yeah, like that's not happening. Right. What the hell? Grabbing a whole thing of condoms. Like, what are we gonna do with these? Hey, I just knew that I was gonna use one any day now, and it ended up being like 2 years later. Yeah, I didn't end up using one until I was like 14. I'm like, wow, this sucks. Damn. I done flipped the whole thing around and shit. My other phone. But so look, really we could take this to any. Really, we're just kind of kicking it on here. I'm testing this out. We want to see how this works, but we could definitely still make a thing out of it and do a video. But I don't know. I'm still seeing how this platform works because I think it's gonna show us side by side, not like this. I think it's gonna show us above and below or side by side, and I can edit it, and we'll cut like something like this. I'll cut out, you know what I mean? But so okay, so we could pretty much go into like just our lives, school, football, whatever. Can you think of any kind of memories? Like old friends. Let's go down a rabbit hole with like old friends. Remember Johnny Klein, who was talking about Skip, everybody. I was locked up with him, man. Casey Bartley, bro. That was my brother. That was my best friend. Me and you was really close, and then eventually, as time went on, because he lived close to me, I remember I got real close with him. Who would you say you got the closest with after me and you kind of like slowed down hanging out? Right. Hmm. There ain't nothing wrong with that though. You found your calling of what you wanted to do. You wanted to do be a good football player and not fuck up in school, which I was. We were gonna talk about that, making right and wrong choices and shit. That shit don't matter, but at that time you feel like it does. For real. That's how but you felt like, right. Hey, that takes me back to, well, I remember you weren't like, no, you weren't like horrible. Were at one point you were a lineman, right? What, at one point was you a lineman? Left tackle or something? That's what I was about to say. I remember you was smacking dudes for a while. And I remember, uh, yeah. At that time, was I tailback at that time or was somebody else? I don't know. It sucks that it's doing that. And it's crazy because my YouTube is running smooth. It could be the 720 resolution because the 4K is like a different thing or whatever. Why does it say 99% at the top? At the top, does that mean it's like recorded all the way through? Okay. Um, got you, got you. So we could start going live a lot more often. But yeah, like on TikTok if you want. What I was about to bring up was Casey. Me and Casey go way back, and that time that shit happened with Tommy. You know, I told you I don't try to slander people on my channel if they ain't never did nothing to me. Well, back in the day, me and Tommy had, and you know, I'm cool with him now to this day. I ain't got no fucking issue with that dude. But back in the day, it was so petty and dumb, bro. It was because of the Nicole shit when me and her when we were little ass kids and we were in like sixth grade when all that went on. But in his mind, when they got back together, he didn't. I guess he didn't like me because I still try to be friends with her, and he would always talk shit to me and shit, right? But then Casey got sick of it because he felt like he was trying to bully me, so he kind of picked his shot with him, and then he went up there and beat his ass, and he ended up hurting him real bad. That was the first time Casey got in trouble. He got put on house arrest. He cracked the dude's head, and then years later, me and him got put the gloves on. In '04, I was 14, and I remember he had like a cracked nose, and he said, "Don't hit me in the nose." And the first thing I did was threw a punch right down the pipe, tried to hit him in the nose. So like, them was just some dumbass things we did back in the day. He was pissed at me that day. But what's crazy, I'm saying, I just seen him. recently. Like I just seen Tommy at Newton Falls last October for Halloween, and I seen him and randomly said what's up to him. And I actually talked to Tiffany's sister like 30, 40 times while I was incarcerated. I would call her, we were just friends, talk on the phone, shit like that. Remember her? Yeah, yeah. So, did you see? Go ahead. I'll wait till you're done. Yeah. No, you're right. A lot of people was pissed at him for that. Teachers, students, everybody. And yeah, the way it happened. Yeah, that's the part that was fucked up. The way it happened. He like dunked him and then like ground and pounded him. But we were kids, bro. We were young, I guess, at that time, and he probably had a lot of rage built up and shit because he did. He had shit going on at home that a lot of people didn't know about that I did, but a lot of shit, which I won't get into all that. But I got a question. Did you see the video I made about Marcus Honsaker? I had got a lot of fucking heat for that, for just simply mentioning Alyssa's name and saying that we half-ass dated and did a few things that teenagers do and experimented, which for me was a first for the couple things that we did. And that was it. We didn't even go no further than that. But Skip and her had some shit going on, and it was right around that same time. Well, the fact of the matter, when I told the story, I simply said, but actually, how I know Marcus is that I half-ass dated his sister. And when I explained that, everything I just said, but I said rest in peace to her, no disrespect, then I went back into talking about Marcus. But I explained that's how I know Marcus. It was because of his sister. If I had not had that going on with her, I would have never knew who he was. Well, I had fucking Shailene, Samantha, Tiffany, and Alyssa's mom all coming for me, bro, in the comments. They was dogging on me, bro. Like, they was coming at me like, you shouldn't mention her. Alyssa was like, mom was like, her name's Karen. And I'm like, at the time I told her, Karen, quit. You sound like, or I said, your name's Karen and you're acting like a Karen. But she was pissing me off because she come at me and said, you fucking wish my daughter would mess with you. She said, ain't nobody worried about you. You're a jailbird. And my daughter would never go for you. So I went and busted out my old, like, shoebox I had. And it had photos that she sent me and wrote in her handwriting, glad we're talking again, and it was dated 2005, and the story I told was from 2004. I showed her mom. I got on a video visit, and I'm like, I said a video visit like we're in fucking jail. A video call, and I showed her, and I said, look, that's her handwriting, and then she started apologizing. But it was crazy that I had to defend myself, bro. Like, everyone always tries to pick my videos apart and makes it seem like I'm lying. Like, Shailene came in here and said, why are you talking about something that happened in middle school, but we were in junior high? And they want to act like they ain't have a new boyfriend every month, bro. Every single girl that we grew up with would date this guy this month, this guy this month, this guy this month. The fuck's it matter that me and her had our own little thing going on in the summer of '04? Just because she passed away, everybody was mad that I brought her name. Like, that's crazy. Yeah, that's true. And they all act like they ain't do shit. What's crazy is I had some shit going on with one of them, but I'm not gonna say which one. But the fact is, they're all in my comments dogging on me, acting like they didn't have shit going on too. Like, it's wild, bro. We come from a fucked up, like, uh, that our town with the way females are, everybody. It's like a ratchet ass background, but no one wants to be known as that. Like, everyone wants to live a double life. Like, I want to look like this on the surface and then do what I want or have my cake and eat it too, but I don't want everybody looking at me like I'm a slut. It's pretty much what it boils down to. Or a man whore. Or however you break it down. But really, it's like, I don't know, what do they call it? Don't call the kettle black or something like that. I can't remember the analogy. Yeah, the pot called the kettle black. That's kind of how I feel about this. And it's like, until I became a content creator and started making videos, I didn't feel like I got as much hate from people as I do now. But now, if I post a video and I say something, people I've known for 20 years come in my comments, and the way they come is different than they ever was before. It's like the vibe I got from these people my whole life has been a different way. But the moment I now became this to where I'm making videos and it's like a hobby and a side hustle, now people have a different vibe about them, bro. It's like people immediately dislike me. It's weird. So it's cool that you ain't giving me that vibe, bro. I was glad to see you didn't switch up on me. No doubt. We never fell out, bro. Right. Same with Casey. You and him are two of my closest friends. Me and you were really close, and then me and him was really close. And other than that, I ain't got too many old friends from back in the days. Dre, I done exposed his ass. I'll go ahead. I'll wait till you're done, and then I'm gonna go into that. That's cool, man. Never plan to either. Absolutely. I like that about us. It's like we just vibed. It was like a good thing. And like I ain't gonna say her name unless you. I'm not gonna do it unless you want to. But I always looked at you like a king until well, for that one thing. I know you know what I'm talking about. I'm like, cause we were young, and I'm like, that's crazy, bro. Like, cause we were so young. But I also had that happen too, but I was just younger. You know what I'm saying? But we won't go into that. But that was cool, like that you had all that going on before I did, and I remembered that about you. Like when I first met you, I'm like, man, that's crazy. But stuff like that, people gravitate towards shit. Like I don't know, it's hard to explain. Like, yeah, bro, crazy. Mine was fucked up. No, I know what you mean because it's a trauma thing. My fucking psychiatrist literally told me just because you don't feel like pain from it don't mean you didn't get trauma from it. You're just not looking at it like that. Because I was 6 years old when my 13-year-old female babysitter showed me how to, I don't know if I should watch how I say everything or what. But I'm like, at first, I'm like, what the fuck is this? But then it got to the point where I wanted her to babysit me. Like, I'd ask my mom, like, when was this going to happen again? And then, you know what I'm saying? And it went on for 3 years till I was 9 years old. And, yeah, that shit was crazy, bro. But, like, people say it's trauma, but like you just said, I definitely wasn't complaining. So, it's kind of fucked up for real. Yeah, in its own way. Hmm. Yeah, you're right. In a different kind of way. Yeah, I could see that. Thinking that they're all kind of different and shit, or like that. People only think of S predators as males. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, yeah. That's why I would never bring it up about who. You know what I'm saying? But we could actually do that anyway. That's cool. I don't mind about my part being in there, but uh, it's different. I think for you because you still kind of know them. I don't. I don't interact with them at all. Uh, what? Let's just. I hate to hear you say that, bro, because I feel like it shouldn't have been like that. But I don't know. I don't know why it even was ever like that. You had more enthusiasm too about the shit. I remember, like you was like on go mode with it. And I don't know. I remember our conversations. Uh, and sometimes they say when people don't try as much as something, it happens. I don't know. It's weird. One thing I wanted to do was talk, Maximus. One thing I wanted to do with this was, oh, real quick, I want to talk about Dre. Now, was you and him close back in the day? Yeah, I could see that. Yeah. Well, yeah, at one point, and that's why it hurt me because I made a video exposing him. He's living in South Carolina, but he fucking he hit up my woman in one day, and he hit up my mom in the same day, and shot his shot with both of them, saying, "Hey, I'm a modeling agent now. If you send me nudes, I'll send you $100, and I can make you go viral. I can pay you for this, pay you for that." And yeah, bro, he tried to get my mom of all people and my woman to send him fucking photos, bro. Talk about how send him money. And not only did they both tell me, then he got mad about it for them telling me and said, "Well." He hit up my mom and said, "Well, it's crazy you would try to get me in trouble with him about that when me and you messed around back in the day." What? She's like, "What the hell are you talking about?" He's like, "One night I stayed the night and you were drinking and this and that, and me and you messed around." She's like, "How old were you?" He's like, "Probably about 13." And she's like, "You're fucking making this shit up." But the whole time she's fishing, trying to see what he's gonna say. And she didn't have to tell me that. Like, I didn't know that any of that conversation took place. So she called me immediately, well, when we talked on the phone, bitching, talking about what he said. But this motherfucker went as far as trying to get them to do that, and had enough nerve to try to tell my mom that he fucked her when he was like 13, and she just don't remember because she was drunk. He's fucked up, bro. That dude's a weirdo. And the thing is, I know a bunch of his family, which I'm cool with some of his cousins. I ain't got nothing against his mom and dad or nothing, but sometimes I wonder about if he's even related to them, bro, because I'm not gonna say their name, but his family is a bunch of solid ass dudes out here in Warren, and they might want to get that DNA check because I swear to God that dude's a bitch, bro. I told him just stay the fuck out of Ohio, bro. Like I don't want to see you. Don't if you come back around here, don't let me see you. None of that. But I just wanted to let you know, and anybody else who sees this, that he did that. You know what I'm saying? If they even know who I'm talking about. Maybe you might know the same people, but yeah, you're right. They did. They came and went. You're right. They're back in Warren now. They're back in Warren now. But that's who I'm talking about. You're right. And if you're remembering correctly, they try to remember where they lived at. And if you tell me, I'll know. Behind Circle K, they they had that little apartment behind Circle K, and there was like the mom, the dad, and like the three brothers and a cousin. They all lived there. I don't know. I was just using that as an example. So if you know, you know. Without me dropping names, if you're able to finish that or put that together, then you obviously deserve to know who the fuck we're talking about. But if not, if it's an outsider of that, then it's whatever. That's what I'm saying. They ain't never been like that with me. Yeah, for sure. Well, now for sure. Now that I got these platforms and I use them for what I use them for, people will definitely see our shit. We could do another version of this. It could be a like a intro to it, but I could also edit it because I know some of where we went with this. I gotta edit it out, but at the same time, it's kind of real, raw, and authentic. So it's kind of it's whatever. hmm I could just cut it right out. That's cool. And then what else? Anything else that you could think of in here that you probably wouldn't like? Yeah, for sure. I know. I'm just thinking like, yeah, that's cool. And let's see if by the end we'll see how we feel. Where do you want to go with this? Like where we're at now and shit. Oh yeah, bro. That's crazy. So we had, so for anybody wondering, I don't know if your town did this. Sock hops is a school dance where you go there and you take your, and now mind you, this is little kids. If you've hit like 13, you're already on the cusp of probably slowly not going. 14, 15 might be a little too old depending on what crowd you're in. But anything below that, all the way down to like 9, you got kids from like age 19 to 13 that go there. They take their shoes off. It's a designated area. You put it, and you got a whole bunch of people hanging out and kicking it, and it's like a DJ, like a dance, like a sock hop dance. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, yeah, that's crazy. No, hell no. But the thing is, a lot of them didn't know what was going on. They just drop them off and leave. Motherfucker probably think, oh, it's just a little school, just a little dance. They don't realize these DJs are coming in here playing whatever the fuck these kids are asking them. Hey, will you play Master P? Make them say, huh? Like, yeah, I got you. You know what I'm saying? I don't think they realize that. But it's crazy, them are these DJ days when motherfuckers had CDs, like we was talking about in the very beginning. That's crazy, ain't it? Nuts. Yeah, dude, that's fucking crazy, bro. You're taking me back with this shit. You said what cologne? Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, I remember one time kids pulled out some condoms and were in the bathroom blowing them up, and I remember this one kid goes, "Guys, I found this condom," and I'm not exaggerating, bro. Look, he goes, "Guys, I found this condom in my dad's or my grandpa's drawer." He goes, "It's old and outdated. I don't know why he saved it. Check it out." Dude, it had like a 1984 expiration date, right? Opened it up and it smelled so funny, dude. It was the funniest smelling shit. And it was all crusty, bro. And when they unraveled it, it had like a weird color, a weird smell. I'm like, why are we in here fucking with this? I'll never forget that, bro. This kid had, his dad had like a memory rubber in the fucking uh in a drawer or something, and he brought it to sock hop and ripped it open like it wasn't some kind of family heirloom or some shit. What the fuck? Mm. Yeah, yeah. I would always try to get the courage up to do that. I remember so many girls, bro. I could drop names right now that we would dance with and do shit, and some of them ain't even here with us no more. But I'll just say first names, right? I ain't gonna say last names. So if you know, you know. If not, it's whatever. Like Lisa, her sister Kaylee, I think that was her name. Tara, she's married. You said your name and what? What were you about to say? I'm starting. I'm gonna start coughing and shit, bro. Smoke too much. Yeah, some Hall of Famers. You're fucking wrecked, dude. Fucking. What about Crystal and Carissa? They go way back. Uh, they lived back there behind there, matter of fact. But remember Krista? Heard something. Yeah, Krista ended up. She like moved to Cleveland and became a stripper or some shit. I don't know. Salute to her though. No, round of applause. Yeah, that was years ago. Maybe I should cut that part out too. That was years ago. But I ain't say the last name. You know what I'm saying? People might not know. Okay. Oh my god. Yeah. Right. Damn. Well, that's kind of how they. That's the only reason they do the shit. You know what I'm saying? Is to make money. I legit just heard some gunshots, bro. That's crazy. I'm listening. Go ahead. Yeah, obviously. You know what I'm saying? They all do that. No, I get it. I get it. Shit, I remember one time she flashed somebody for like they were gonna buy like some beer, some liquor, and like give her some other stuff that she shouldn't have had, and they were like, "All I want to do is see your tits." And he was like an old pervert, bro, that lived back behind the community center and shit, like by Crystal and Carissa. And yeah, she did it, and we all saw her tits for free. 'Cause we got to use the party stuff she got for doing it, so it was a win-win. I'm like, yeah, she told everybody to look away. You know, we did the old like